And they'd decided Aaron Vaughn needed to learn some respect. The second encounter came 4 days after the first, near the communications shed where Aaron had been inventorying radio equipment that looked older than some of the recruits using it. She was bent over a crate of spare parts, methodically checking serial numbers against a list that seemed to go on forever when Travis and Neil decided to make their presence known. "Damn!" Travis said, loud enough to carry, but quiet enough to pretend it was private conversation. "Didn't know they made contractor positions with those kinds of benefits." Erin glanced up briefly, her expression neutral, then went back to her inventory like they were part of the background noise. That wasn't the reaction Travis was used to getting. "I'm talking to you," he said, stepping closer to the crate. "I heard you," Erin replied without looking up. "I'm working." Neil laughed like it was the funniest thing he'd heard all week. "She's working, Trav. Very serious business, this counting stuff." Travis leaned against the shed wall, arms crossed, studying her like she was a puzzle he was entitled to solve. "You know, most people around here are pretty friendly, community-minded. But you," he gestured vaguely at her hunched posture, the way she kept her attention focused on the paperwork. "You act like you're too good to talk to people." Erin set down her pen and looked at him directly for the first time. Her eyes were dark, calm, and completely unimpressed. "I'm not too good to talk to people. I'm too busy to talk to you." The words hung in the air between them like a challenge. Neil whistled low. "Ouch!" But Travis just smiled, the kind of smile that didn't reach his eyes, and promised that this conversation wasn't over. It was just getting started. "Fair enough," he said, pushing off from the wall. "But everyone's got to eat, right? Maybe we'll catch you at chow sometime, when you're not so busy." They walked away laughing, but Travis looked back twice. Erin watched them go, then pulled out her phone and quietly changed her meal schedule to 30 minutes earlier. It was a small adjustment, practical, the kind of minor course correction that people make every day to avoid unnecessary friction. But it sent exactly the wrong message to exactly the wrong people. Because when arrogance meets avoidance, it doesn't see wisdom. It sees fear. And for 5 young men who'd never learned that some people avoid conflict not because they can't handle it, but because they know exactly how much damage they're capable of doing, Aaron Vaughn's quiet retreat looked like an invitation to push harder. Master Sergeant Hoyt had been around long enough to spot trouble before it started. He'd noticed Travis